So here and there. You can see that it's actually coming out of the rock, which is something he had conceived in his mind's eye and executed it to perfection. And I always like to say this, and I've said this very often, it's that, if this man had made a mistake at some point here, that mistake would remain for us to talk about even today. Every visitor going here would say, look, there's this mistake. But the fact that it has been executed to perfection speaks volumes of the skill and the mastery of this sculptor, like whoever he was. If he had made a mistake, he did not have the liberty to chisel it off and make another sculpture. This was done directly on the wall, completely and totally on the wall. So these are the kind of masterpieces you have on the cave of the This is cave 3. The one I showed you was cave 1. This is cave 3. This is the largest and the most beautiful cave in Vadodara and perhaps in entire South India. You see a row of pillars here, and then you see one set at the back, there's another also at the back. Now, let's understand that when these sculptors got to work in the 6th century, all they would have seen was this. This rock right from the top to the bottom. That's all they would have seen. And then they are visualizing how broad this cave must be and to what depth they should cut inside. They can't go on cutting and making a tunnel and get buried under tons of stone. No, these people are also geologists. See, today we are attending different colleges. College of Engineering, there's College of Architecture, then Geology, then Carving. These are all one. They had all that knowledge. They had all that geology, the knowledge of rock was so important for them. And if you stand behind any one of these pillars, you can't see the ones in front. And if you stand here, you can't see the ones at the back. And let us understand how they were scooping out all the rock from around a pillar to make that pillar happen. It's not like we're putting stone upon stone. It was all scooping, digging out of the rock. And the pillars in front are done in such a way that you can see the sculptures here. I don't have writing. I didn't bring that many pictures because of lack of time. These are all called bracket sculptures. They are like this. And that's something fantastic in Vadodara. This is how the pillars actually look when you go inside it. It's mind-blowing. Today we talk of handmade paper, handmade this, handmade that. What basic tools do they have? They will have a diamond hammer, then they will have something sharp pointed. There is no documentation whatsoever of the kind of implements they had, how many people worked here, how long they took to make all this. Nothing has been documented. Just have the result, which is mind-blowing. So this is how the inside of Cave 3 looks. The photograph has been taken between the first row of pillars and the second row of pillars. There's Vishnu right at the end, and please look at the ceiling. It has been totally carved. I'll show you other photographs close-up of how the ceilings have been carved. And this is how each of the pillars in the second row look. Very, very, very detailed, completely and totally detailed. So this row of these sculptures, the row of flowers and leaves over here, would only be about 2 or 3 inches high. And that attention to detail and the ribs of the pillar. And this is like a full-blown lotus, going around the pillar. And this is what you have on the sea. If you look up, you will see this Nagaraja looking down at you. The height would be some 20 feet. And in the 6th century, some sculptor has been lying down on his back on some kind of scaffolding and carving all this for us to see. I'm just thinking of the amount of stone powder that would have fallen on his face, into his eyes, into his mouth. What kind of protective equipment would have been there that many years ago, and get this result, this amazing thing. So sad that I think in our country, I don't think, I know that in our country we vandalize things, and so the hands of the Nagaraja had been totally broken, he would be there giving us his blessings. This is also there on the ceiling. What we are seeing is a square inside which is a circle, and there are fish converging on a full-blown lotus. That much imagination, that much skill in their hands, and the execution is simply flawless. This, again, like a maze. Maybe that's where the IGNCA took its inspiration from. That logo that you see on this. So, it is from here. Okay, right. So, this has inspired somebody in the 21st century. This is like a maze there, right on top in the cave of Vadodara. So, we don't know how to attribute it to this sculpture because we don't know his name. They are anonymous. In the whole of India, perhaps we have the names of only that many architects and sculptors. The rest, we don't know their names. So from Karnataka, we are coming now to Tamil Nadu. We are going to be crossing so many states. And we are coming to northern Tamil Nadu, near a place called Vidupuram. It's a tiny village today, a forgotten village called Mandalapattu. And in Mandalapattu, we have this little cave temple which we can easily